Hey guys, Night Ops here, and we are back with some more Hoi4, where we are playing the Old World Blues Fallout mod, and we are doing our Enclave Reformer playthrough. So last episode we annexed the NCR. We're forced into a truce, a 2-year truce with Caesar's Legion, but apparently it seems like they've just been pushing the envelope and just being able to do things to me outside of me not being able to do anything to them right now. It's annoying. If anything, I could try to build up my intelligence agency and then start like sabotaging stuff, but they have so much territory. Like they're so massive. They were fighting the what I called Skynet, the angry Mexican robots down here. But then out of nowhere, because they were in a faction with the Unidos Mexicanos faction or nation, yeah, faction. But then out of nowhere, the robots had a non-aggression pact with Caesar's Legion and got out of the war and left that faction. And so now Caesar's Legion is just gonna pretty much steamroll the rest of the Unidos Mexicanos because they're out of the war. All those robots and stuff are now out, and I'm just like, bro, you could have like helped me there in the long run by just twiddling down Caesar's Legion. But we did some cleanup. I finally had figured out how to get my economy back on track. This episode, I'm looking to kind of take out white legs and stuff. But yeah, so I'm actually recording this after the last episode. I ended up eating me some of my nice protein cereal and stuff with some of my Fairlife protein milk. So, like 60 something grams of protein there, which is wonderful. But yeah, so we're going to be kind of hopping into this now. Last episode, we finished with opening of Vault 4, and that's kind of like what we're going to be reading out the gate here. So, opening Vault 4, despite the unrest and turmoil throughout the California, I said throughout the California, because it's supposed to be throughout California, the army did not spare anything when it came to Vault 4. The auto pay on the Gulper had returned, that the monster human DNA, and with that horror, a reality. An entire battalion of power armored troops with vertibird support was called in. Overhead sweeps identified a few at night that were quickly gunned down, while others were killed with heavy ordnance. Then came Vault 4. And, dude, I could just imagine the amount of, like, mutant human hybrids inside of Vault 4. In the few hours fighting the hybrid gulpers... Oh, wait, is this the hybrid gulpers that we saw in the show? I can't remember if they went to Vault 4 or not because of that. I remember the Gulper being in there, but I think that was a normal Gulper, right? It became apparent that these things were fast and could take a round or two. In the close, confined environment of a former vault, they were going to be a terror. Everyone going in knew this might be a one-way trip, and more than a few had rigged their power armor to blow if it came to it. They might go down, but these things were going with them. Dude, that's baller right there. That is like, oh, dude, that is baller. It's like those dudes that would pull the pin on their hand grenade when their position got overran. As the technicians punched in the override code, she was hoisted away by a vertibird as everyone spooled up their weapons. Oh, she was attached to a line to the vertibird. Typed that thing in, gave that thumbs up, and just shot up into the air. As the first squad stepped forward into the vault, they noticed the entrance was surprisingly well kept when they were suddenly met by a man with a single large eye in the center of his head. Oh, he's a Cyclops. Oh, hello. I'm Ben, overseer of Vault 4. How'd you open the door? I really need to go rewatch the first Fallout, because I binge watched it like an entire night. And there's certain parts I remember, but I can't remember if Ben was in it or not. Like if this was in it, because I remember the Gulper and stuff, but I can't remember if it was like a heavily mutated one, like the ones that they're fighting here. Welcome to Vault 4. It seems that when the test subjects rebelled in Vault 4, the vault wasn't exactly lost, and a stable, if bizarre-looking population of post-humans has been inhabiting the vault ever since. They've done limited trading with the outside world, but for the most part have kept to themselves. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm dumb. So it was the mother. I had to go look it up real quick because I was like, was it? And I was like, I swear I remember this, but I can't remember it at the same time. Yeah, 'cause that's actually an image right there of the show. I remember now, yeah. Despite the deformities and mutations present in Vault 4 population, the Overseer was rather alarmed to see Slantier scouts that were with our Vault breaching team, though he at least was accepting of them. When pressed for information by one of our officers, the Overseer explained the history of the Vault, how the Hawthorns basically created a hybrid species, and that those monsters broke free. Oh, so the Slantier came from Vault 4. Oh. Apparently, one of them was his uncle. Of disturbing note was the 12th level, where numerous former test subjects have been held in stasis that may or may not be pregnant with those gulpers or worse. Sadly, he and the members of Vault 4 do not have the means to properly save them, but they have been trying. Do we? I mean, yes, we do. Euthanize them. Yeah, I guess we'll save them. 100 manpower. Let's go. Okay. So we should be taking... Yeah, defeat the axis of evil and stuff. So we're going to be taking out the white legs. Because I feel like the white legs would join them. Amagrosa Army Depot. Oh, that's cool. That's a victory point for us. Oh, that's cool. Built just north of the far more famous Ashton Air Force Base and Hopville Missile Base in the eastern part of the Amagosa Desert, Amagosa Army Depot was a small and unnoteworthy installation built in the lead up to the Great War. While the depot did at once contain a flight of vertibirds and other equipment, there appears to be evidence of the Brotherhood's circle of steel having picked up the site over. Brotherhood Circle of Steel, huh? Is that saying their insignia was there? I'm assuming that's their insignia. I don't think I've ever heard it called Brotherhood Circle of Steel. And there is very little in the way of useful parts or salvage on any of the remaining vertibirds. However, the true value of Amagosa is not in its armory or mothballs, but in the experiment it was involved with before the war. The defense contractors at Big Mountain approached the Pentagon with designs. Oh, we can actually go search Big Mountain too, because that's a part of the other one that we have, which improved upon the already cutting-edge device camouflage systems by increasing their size and scale. It was decided that the Amagosa Army Depot would be used as the test bed for this new system in order to protect the base at Ashton and Hopeville. The system worked like a charm and helped protect the installation in the Hopeville Valley from the Chinese precision strikes. When our engineers and scientists located at the weather station deep within the hidden sectors of the depot, they found it to be relatively good condition. However, it appears the detonations of the Great War sent a shock through its system, which caused it to turn on at seemingly random intervals, creating strange weather phenomenon throughout the Hopeville Valley from time to time. Luckily, it was an easy fix, and our scientists are hopeful that they can work out any similar bugs in due time. According to the team lead, we're fortunate the system never received any other shocks since, based on the machine's setting ratings and power capabilities. If it had been cranked up to 11, it theoretically would have created sandstorms strong enough to fly a man away. Oh, I wonder if a weather machine of this nature has any other uses. Adds the Amagosa Army Depot. Yeah, victory point. So that's cool. So that gives us another victory point, which technically raises like our surrender limit, because they would have to take more. I also, now that we actually have money, ooh, do I do power armor here? Oh, we don't have the PP, because I could technically send out power armor, because I'm wondering if power armor expeditions could get us more than motorized prospectors. But we need a lot more PP to actually get this up into this tier. But we'll send out the these guys. We'll send out the motorized guys then, right now. I need to take care of the white legs just in case they join Caesar's Legion. The Sorrows in them might join them too, but these guys are a lot smaller, because these are tribal factions. And if I can take all these guys out, and that would pretty much help me be able to hold all of these straits here. End of the Reformers. Okay, so we finished that. Legion hit a town. The reported Legion party struck, but they've struck hard. Traders reported that one of our frontier towns has gone silent, and when a patrol was dispatched to investigate, they found the town silent, burned, and corpses crucified in the streets. We tried to keep the grisly sight under wraps, but word got out and fear is appearing throughout the countryside. Is there nothing we can do? For real though, is there really nothing we can do about that? Sunny Santa Barbara. Are these the other ones that we have down here, I think? Protect California's coast. Oh. So we need anti-piracy operations, 3 capital ships, 7 screens. Oh, in the boneyard. Huh. Okay, I'll have to look at that after I get done reading some of these. I think some of these are this right here, these bases. Oh, okay, so I can pay off groups. Ah, I see. It's going to cost me kind of an arm and a leg, but it's not too bad. Oh, but some of these doesn't cost us money. Oh, okay, we'll have to look at that here in a second. There's a few things I got to look through on that for PP costs. Also known as Goleta Air Station, MCAS Santa Barbara was a training base for Marine pilots in World War II. Before, like many bases, the field was shuttered and handed over for civilian use. It served as a municipal airport for nearly a century following until the resource wars saw the Marines return. While it still functioned as a municipal airport, this was pushed more and more to the wayside as the Marines increased operations across the West Coast, hunting for communist submarines and smugglers. Following the Great War, it was picked clean by scavengers hoping to find pre-war tech, and the Brotherhood had an outpost here at one point. Though they were long gone by our arrival, the Marines now are recycling the base, or readying the base for the fight against the Legion, and more as the base comes online once again. Nice. Okay, Fort Irwin Training Center. In the pre-war era, Fort Irwin was home to the National Training Center, America's premier desert warfare training center, and was a key to our victory in the Gobi campaign. Post-war, the base remained unused due to the high amount of automated defenses that guarded the base. After a dedicated campaign by the NCR, the base was restored to relative working order, becoming the center of the NCR's push into the Mojave, and the rebel nation's largest military installation. Now back in our hands, we can return it to its training roots by establishing the Wasteland Warfare Training Center, giving our troops an edge with the closest to real-life combat experience possible. Best training in the West, so it goes to Fort Irwin. Gives a boost to Army Organization and Special Forces cap. Oh my god, okay. That clear Mojave sky. MCAS Mojave had a colorful history both in the air and beyond. After serving proudly in World War II and Korea, it was transferred over to civilian control in 1961. However, from the enterprising American spirit, decided that the sky was no longer the limit. Serving as a regional airport for a few years, California officials expanded the airfield into the West Coast, first air and spaceport, in the hopes of the eventual commercialization of space. Sadly, this was not to be, as resources dried up and space travel was deemed unprofitable. As the resource wars dragged on and the nation was pushed more and more to the brink, the Marines retook the field, and operations were ongoing up until the Great War. Now, 200 years later, the Marines are back, and instead of looking over the Pacific, are looking over the Colorado and the Great Bear coming their way. A few have already begun using the old Jackrabbit patch, daring the bull to come after them. Defense League Institute. Monterey was hit pretty bad during the Great War. In fact, it was completely wiped off the map. Left a ruined husk picked clean by scavengers, however. Nesting within the ruins of Monterey is the Defense League Institute, one of the finest institutions of learning new languages in the country. Military interpreters came from around the country to spend months learning and immersing themselves in language and culture for the US military to find better ways to conquer them. Everything from German, Russian, Chinese, and at one point, a mystical language known as Swahili. I love how they call it the mystical language, which we only know that it comes from the fabled continent of Africa. So yeah, I think this is probably like future. In our time, since the bombs fell, more than a few strange tribal languages have popped up. And if we're ever going to get those people speaking English, we need to ensure that we speak their language first so that we can better understand how to remind them they are Americans. I always found a laser rifle works best. So with the reformation of the Defense Language Institute, a number of soldiers and civilians have begun moving their families to the ruins of Monterey, and numerous construction startups have been hard at work restoring the base to full working order. This has seen a resurgence in the post-war city that was all but abandoned by the NCR as it was not near any profitable caravan route. An election is set for the next month to elect a new city council that will hopefully bring the city into the 23rd century. Let's see the NCR do that. Marine Corps at 21 Palms. The largest Marine Corps base in the former United States, officially the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center. The center was the largest desert warfare training center, larger than the National Training Center up at Fort Irwin. It was here that the Marines trained for their spearhead into the Gobi Desert. And it was through here that China's back was broken when Marine units broke through Chinese lines and secured the vital Chinese factories in the Gobi for Uncle Sam. Opening a second front for Chinese liberation, the NCR used the main base as its headquarters for their push south, and many NCR Rangers passed through here for initial training before heading off to the Baja or to the Mojave. There's a lot more than 29 Palms here. Joshua Tree changes name to 29 Palms. Improves amphibious attack. Nice. Whew, okay. Let's do fabrication factory that can go up to tier 3. And now we do have some more mills here. We have a lot of stuff upgrading, but we have decent conversion going on through conversion research. So it's not too bad. We have so many power armors getting pumped out every day. At this point, man, we're pumping them out like crazy. I need more scrap metal, so that's something I do need to build more of. Also, it's foundries. But I'm also needing this mills for that one event. Okay, how long do we have? Okay, so we're almost done with that. The Great Race, a race to remember. Today we shall... 1, 2, 7. Oh, okay, yeah. So, out of the fryer and into the frying pan. With the twin-headed bear defeated, we found ourselves surrounded on all sides by hostile Wasteland. That does not want us. We were so focused on defeating the NCR, we didn't think about what happened next. Nor did we plan for it. Our army is battered, overstretched, bruised, and barely standing after taking everything the NCR could throw at us. Now they find themselves surrounded on all sides. To the north, the mutants and cannibals of Oregon look south, seeing an easy meal, and beyond them, in the cold, dark heart of Seattle, here sits the immortal of the Washington Brotherhood looking south. Yet to the east lay Caesar and his legion, a fanatical army of thousands, stretching from the Colorado River to Colorado itself, and with the Aquilian Palatine assisting him, our technological edge might not be enough. But this isn't the first time for us. In fact, it's becoming routine, battered and bruised, bloodied, but we're still standing, and if they think they have a right to this continent, to this nation, to take everything we have worked so hard to rebuild, well, that image is kind of crazy. Come and take it. So we get a lot of extra attack against the Washington Brotherhood and Caesar's Legion, so that's actually really nice. Now, I want to look, before I attack White Legs, is there anything that I could do here? No, so there isn't any way to do any of this to reclaim the White Legs. So the White Legs we will have to actually take out. That's fine. So we can actually do, we can spend these on those expeditions. These ones will all cost us money, though. Baja State I'll probably do just to control all of this to make that a bit easier for me. But I want to look at my money a little bit. Oh, it's just powered melee weaponry. Okay. Where free man shall stand. Grabbing the bull by the horns. What is this? One of the following must be true. Caesar's Legion is in a civil war. Is at war with the Enclave Constructive Authority. Effects, if not completed within 1,173 days, gets the event democracy, weakness, or strength. Huh. And then we have a raider thing here. So what does this do, though? Oh, okay. So this is, I think this is the, no, because that should be, it's only a 2-year treaty with Caesar. That's a lot of, that's way too many days for a 2-year treaty. I don't know. Oh, yeah, here's the presidency thing. Oh, so we need more than certain amount of support for each one. I see. Okay. So with that, oh wait, no, we did, okay, we already took that. I didn't realize that. Oh, no. We took, wait, what? Oh, this auto completed. Okay. Because I'm guessing one of them just wasn't there anymore. So then we could take Domino and then take Plan Achilles. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go that route. How much money are we making per... Oh my god, dude, we're making a lot of money per quarter. Jesus. Oh, we don't have a spot set for these. I kind of want this power armor troop to join our infantry group over here too when they finish. Let's do... That's long range radios. I want some more tank divisions. I forgot I didn't invest in the national focus to stop assassinations because we didn't have the money, because my caps were bugged, and then I fixed it, but then I forgot about it. NCR Loyalist Assassinate Commander. This morning, the body of Auxiliary Commander Jacob Smith was discovered in his forward outpost. The commander was shot at point blank several times with a small arms weapon. The local Enclave forces suspect NCR Loyalists to be behind the cowardly assassination. They have arrested the NCR civilians that had been tasked with maintaining the base. Though no one has come forward and confessed, our forces in the area are restless and eager to find a culprit. Not doing so would certainly harm morale. We have no evidence on the cleaning crew. Release them. Looks like it's time we set some examples. Jesus. Yeah, just release them. So that sucks. Yeah, let's take encryption for this. So I guess after my war with the Plan Achilles, I need to do that. Because let's see, what does that do again? Yeah, so prevents commanders from getting assassinated. So I definitely have to do that. Oh my god. So I was right. That starts happening when you take the NCR. Legion raiding party spotted. Several reports are coming from our more remote reaches of a group of red-clad individuals that moved across the border last night. A local militia was alerted and dispatched a patrol to find them until an army search team could be mounted. When the army forces arrived, they found the militia team crucified. While the Legion is known for this kind of... Oh, so it's this again. Yeah, it's just the same thing. Like, I'm a little confused, because, like, we're guarding all of our ports and stuff.
Who the hell is this?
Okay, nice. We have our power armor group here finished.
Enclave here.
I'm kind of wondering just how much this is going to cost me in resources later. Kind of like how much we're going to blow through. Okay, I need somebody who is kind of a special forces guy to take this guy over, or to take this military. I noticed we lost the commander there. I'm guessing that's the guy that was assassinated, maybe? Ooh, there's a lot of desert here, so I might go with these guys, because they do have special ops attack. Now, the question is just special ops by itself. Is that considered power armor too? I wonder. We'll go with them. I like that. Okay. What is that going to cost me? It's going to be $250, I think, because it costs the initial investment. God, where is it? Here it is. Because yeah, $250 for the initial investment, 100, and then 100. So that's going to cost me 450,000 for that. The defenses are online. With our jammer fields deployed around the base, defenses barely had time to come online before their targeting software were scrambled to hell and back. Our soldiers and all the time they needed to set explosives and destroy the now useless turrets. Our scanners have also revealed additional subsections of the base not accessible by personnel. We theorize they hold top secret equipment. Extremely good. Give a free round at the bar to the team once they're back. So we get land doctrine and land doctrines from experience. Okay, cool. I kind of wish you can queue up national focuses. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. Oh yeah, this actually. We'll spend some of that on there. Legion landing party spotted. Bro, I'm so confused by this. How do we stop this? Okay. Like, do I need to put more people out there and stuff? Like, that's... Huh. Okay, so we're further proving the, proving ground Dugway. The Awakening Giant. Ooh. That's an expedition. Oh, I needed to look at this, too. Yeah, I need to put some of those vertibirds into storage for that. Okay, we've already read. This is just the whole thing with that that they did before. So we're gonna do Awakening.
Americans,
oh God!
My name is Douglas Granite, President of the United States of America. This will be the first time many of you are hearing my voice. For some, this will be the first time you have even heard of the United States, or America for that matter. But I digress. I came here today to speak to all of you, to speak to all you souls roaming the wastes, starving, killing, dying. I came to spread the word the new California Republic is no more. The corrupted, incompetent republic has been felled. In its place stands a nation reborn. 200 years ago, we fell from nuclear Armageddon into a state of lawlessness, anarchy, and terror. I am here to tell you now, those days are at an end.
Okay. Well, dang, that was the one time I don't have to read it. Let's go. Stability or PP? Oh God, dude, we're at 43% stability. Yeah, raise our stability up, please. Oh my God. Okay, so I need 75 PP for this, but we need 25 of the CVB O2 vertibirds. So O2 vertibirds, which I think are the transport ones, right? That's these. Yep, O2 vertibirds. Okay, I need you guys to return to the stockpile. Not gonna lie, I forgot how to do it for a second. Okay, there we go. And then once we get enough, yep. So once we get enough PP now, we can actually do that. Ballistic fiber is done. I still haven't done any of the enforcer stuff. God, I do want this though. We'll take the 125 days. Because I need to save up some of that army XP that I'm slowly building up. I need to do some more Area 51 stuff too. But there's just so much I have to do to fix stuff around everywhere. Okay, so this was bypassed. That was completed. The return of the United States dollar. Since the Great War, the United States dollar was worthless. Used for mattress stuffing or even as the basis for clothing in some desperate communities. But the United States of America has given Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, and Taylor Swift's new life, backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. Army. Even communities that have not yet rejoined the grand experiment are adopting the currency. This trend, referred to as a dollarization by some New California academics, will undoubtedly bring them closer to America. Change is good, but dollars are better. So let's see. So we replaced bottle caps with US dollars. Oh, so this is in a bunch of different other areas. That is actually cool. So this isn't hitting us, I don't believe. This is hitting everyone else. Okay. Trade relations with Enclave Reconstructive Authority changed plus 50. As you can see there, like it shows a bunch of different countries and 53 others. Operation Domino. East of our control in Nevada and out into the Utah wasteland, anarchy is the law of the land. What little arable land to start a settlement is either brought under the rubber tires of the 80s or raised by the white legs. Both of them are a massive threat to our plans and render our position here on New Reno tenuous at best. We will have to deal with them sooner or sooner rather than later, especially if one of them end up allying, Jesus, with one of our enemies in the region. Yep, talking about Caesar's Legion. That isn't to say anything about New Canaan compared to the other two. They are a beacon of civilization in a lawless wasteland. We can negotiate with them, but there is no guarantee they will want to submit to lawful government authority after all these years. Well, it's funny because they're not around anymore. They got dropped already. Okay, let me come back over here. Wait, I'm so confused. These both give annex war goal against the White Legs, but I think that's just because the White Legs own what territory was New Canaan. I think that's what it is. Okay, so 20 days. We can start this bloody war. 20 days is all it takes. God, we're only getting 0.18 PP a day right now. That is actually rough. That is horrendous. Let's go logistics company upgrades here too. Legion rate, another Legion rating spot party. How many mills do I have right now? $304. Okay, so we're actually almost where we need to be for that one vote or that one thing that was requested of us, which we have 59 days left. I might spend some money restoring one of these if it can get me a lot of mills. Because as long as we keep some money for doing the other stuff, we should be fine. These are expensive though. Jesus. And everything that gets us mills is even more expensive up there. Oh my god, okay. Clear up skies. God, we can get a lot of these up too, though. That's a lot of airbase and air defense upgrades. Yeah, I don't think that's not as worth right now. Okay, let's just continue on. Legion blow up a bridge. Oh, God. We found the Legion raiding party. Well, we found out where they went. One of our rail bridges was destroyed, and with it, a passenger train went careening over and plummeting several to their death. Not only is this a disaster, but word spread fast when the train didn't arrive and panic ensuing amongst the populace. Where did they get those explosives? Oh my god. I feel like it'd be a better idea just to buy up some of these other areas with this money. What are these other groups then? So we have MadSec. That does get me closer to the coast. Is the Washington Brotherhood getting pushed back, I wonder? I can't tell what's really going on up there. They've been fighting that war for a minute also. Oh yeah, we did Baja State. So we have what, 4 ways? Oh, so is that where Fallout 2 starts? That's actually kind of cool. MadSec 4 ways. Shoshun Nation. I don't see some of these around. I don't know. I guess they're probably farther back. Okay, no, there's that one. So we'll actually do... I don't want to be on border with Oregon Nation, though, but I guess it'll have to be. We'll spend 100k on that, and then we'll spend 100k on MadSec there. That leaves us enough for the other one, because we need 450,000 for those other national focuses to stop our people from getting assassinated. Stop our commanders from getting murdered. Okay, so there's that. Let's go with this here. Oh, God, okay. Legion landing party spotted. Yep, another one. Corsair raids the coast. So they did... Is this the same one that was before? Yeah, same thing. Where is it saying that I need... Oh, I forgot. These are down here, too. Are actually... These rivers are considered places like that. But it says in the boneyard. We're on the American coast. South American coast. Because that one thing was saying California coast, which is technically, I guess, the California coast, unless it's talking about these rivers here. Because there was a one thing that said place them in the boneyard, like your navy. And I don't get it. Or I kind of don't get that a little bit. Okay, let's go with irrigation. A lot of our research is getting pushed out pretty nicely. Okay, so oh yeah, we already made some of those Enclave. Okay, finally. We can get rid of white legs on our border. And then I need to come down here and spend some money. So increase government spending. White legs, your days are now numbered. Goodbye. Oh, they don't even have like one man per area here. Oh, they don't have enough troops for their entire border. Oh, yeah, that's... Yep. Well, that sucks to suck for you. Yeah. They don't have enough troops to cover their entire borders. Raiders blow up a bridge. Move one infrastructure in Gecko. Oh, here's the boneyard. Okay. So, can't promote it right now? Deathclaws ate some of our team. Oh, this is from my scavengers. Okay. Dude, that Deathclaw looks horrifying. It appears Deathclaws ate some of our motorcycles and people on it. The survivors fled as quickly as possible, but more of them were left behind when the trucks drove over. This is pretty embarrassing. Ah, dude. Yeah, our PP gain is atrocious right now. So there's Boneyard, yeah. So this is where it says place it in Boneyard. Is it talking about, like, placing my navy in the port? Let me look back at that real quick. For this. Okay, so that's just that. Okay, really nothing else that I'm seeing. Okay. Yeah, it's saying the boneyard can be leveled up. Oh, it cost me PP, that's why. Oh, we captured a Lost Hills spy. Come on, man, you know better than that. Advanced tools. Legion hit an airfield. Bro, what is like... Dude. I need to start building these too. I need to get those back up running also. But I want to get the repairs done first. Yeah. It's because of the little bit of destruction that they're causing. Oh, these guys hasn't capitulated yet? Oh, because we haven't taken up here fully. Okay, I see.
Enclave here.
I forgot. These guys actually need a new general. Oh, it was, no, it was the Slantier guy that got murked. Dude, that saddens me even more now. I didn't realize it was the Slantier guy until I was looking and I was like, wait, don't I already have a Slantier over this? No, not anymore. Jesus, dude, that sucks. Well, let's put another Slantier in power, I guess. That's for infantry attack. These are all motorized. You know, you have good reconnaissance and stuff. I'll go with you. So that way when you level up, I'll give you the bonuses.
That's a new one. Why isn't your video feed working? This is Enclave main comm.
Okay, these are just the new bases. Dude, I've read so many of those now. I just really don't want to read more of those bases.
That's a new one.
Keep them held up right there. Nice. I think I can get a surround right there of those guys if they don't fully retreat into it yet. Nice. Yep. Perfect. And then if we move one more this way, we could surround these guys here. And it looks like our tank divisions were actually pushing from this angle. Oh, perfect. Nice. Oh, wait, they have a navy? Oh, I didn't know they had a navy. Well, we got some more naval now. Perfect.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
These are all tribes too, right? Yeah, they are. Oh my god. We'll have to deal with them also. We're probably going to have to deal with it all the way up to this river here. And then once we secure a lot of our river, a lot of our river crossings will be a lot better off. Let's go with, because we're needing a lot of that stuff there. So we have New Canaan now. Increasing government funding. That's going to cost me an arm and a leg, so that should be fun. Protests in Los Angeles. Okay, so that's just that again. Oh. Wait. No, it didn't hit yet, because I think I did max sec too, right? Did I do max sec? I can't remember now. Max sec, where are you? Install police forces. Yeah, just get all these back up. Okay, so these are still going for a few more days, so we still have to wait on those a good bit. Oh my god, those Legion raiding parties. And there goes those guys. Ah, dude. The Legion's it's just massive. They hit several factories. Bro. You've got to be kidding me at this point. But given this is, I guess, what is considered what the Legion does best, is these kind of like raiding parties and stuff. Fall of the National Guard. Oh, okay, that was a faction. I guess they were called the National Guard. I actually want to see what's going on in like Florida and stuff. Oh, these guys lost over here. That kind of saddens me. Oh yeah, dude. I could see St. Petersburg being the owner of Florida at this point. They own a lot of Florida now. Okay, Secret Service counterintelligence. Let's spend the money on that. What is this? Van Buren. Oh, is this the Enclave in Florida? Yeah. Enclave Southern Command. Okay, yeah, because one of you guys did say in the Discord that there was Enclave in Florida, but I didn't seen them. That's why I didn't see them. That's because they're so small. Because like I swear I've looked at Florida, but yeah, I didn't see that little piece there. Huh. Oh, Raven Rock's been expanding. Oh, dude, Colonel Autumn turned off Eden. He unplugged Eden. He unplugged his president. Oh man. And he's trying to take over all of that over there, all that capital. Which could be scary, because if he takes all of this and then takes all this kudzu overgrowth, he himself will also be a force to be reckoned with. That's if he gets it built up quickly. But yeah, they're still fighting over here. Ooh, traders from Hawaii. So far to our west, we actually have a option I think we can choose to reach out to the Enclave in Hawaii. I want to say it's the Enclave Navy. Or like the remnants of it. So we might be able to get ships from that. I need to look at that too. But there's like certain things I'm having to do right now to rebuild us. Far to our west, past the hulking wrecks of oil rigs and minor military islands, lies the Isles of Hawaii. Once, according to a book we once found, at least, these islands were also part of America and the home of the American Pacific Fleet. By 2077, the Pacific Fleet was a vast collection of nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, destroyers, and missile boats. Most of the fleet was in port at the start of the Great War and wrecked by the mutilade of Chinese nuclear missiles that hit the port. The tribes of this Hawaii now make a living scrapping advanced components of the countless wrecks, trading for weapons and food. That's actually smart. With settlements up and down the west coast, this morning a cluster of native traders from Hawaii arrived at our ports, offering a plethora of rare goods for a price. It's an opportunity we won't get for some time. Buy some of their exotic goods for our people. Come tell us war stories from your homeland and turn them away. We need stability. So let's do that. Van Graff request lower tariffs. For 200 days. I'll do it. Why not? We got money right now, boys. Can we even see Hawaii out here? No. Oh, wait. What is this? Oh. The Chicago Enclave owns this. Okay. Huh. But no, we don't see Hawaii. Maybe that's why that national focus is like just reach out to them. Nothing else. We're at -9 PP. We're actually gaining even less PP now than we were. Oh my god. Let's since we have more money, let's spend some more money to start taking these guys. Oh, so this is one. Oh, we need 2 PP for that though. Oh, why you gotta do this to me, game? The Lord's Anointed. I don't know where a lot of these guys even are. Oh, okay, the Lord's Anointed are right there, so they're on our border there. 4 ways, which is... I want to say a lot of these guys are all up this way, right? Somewhere. Okay, there's 4 ways. So we'll spend 200,000 there. As long as we keep like 450, we should be fine. I already did max sec. The Reformers. Ooh, are the Packers not on here? No. Okay, there's the Reformers. I'll get them. Oh, what is... Wait. Oh, we sent the expedition. They become a puppet, though. Oh, okay. I thought I just, like, take them. I'm a little sad now. Legion strikes the power grid. I thought this was, like, me doing that. I don't... I don't really want allies. I want you, like, under my thumb as American citizens. Let's go heart attack and stuff for this. Okay. A general returned. Oh, wait, what? A ghoul has come to the local recruitment station in Necropolis, stating he would like his job as sergeant back. He claims he was part of an Army Ranger unit in California before the bombs fell, and according to records, it all checks out. Given our shortness of generals again, and his ferocious loyalty, we of course promoted this proud American to, welcome back to the Army Rangers, General. General Charles. Okay, we are back. Because the whole Department of the Navy thing, you know, the song that came up. So don't give up the ship. Commodore Oliver Hazard Perry, a new white fleet. So this also popped. And then I looked up here, and I didn't realize that the Washington Brotherhood has been pushed back like crazy. This is nuts, dude. The Oregon chapter apparently put in some work. And now these guys are going to be a kind of a force to be reckoned with also. But that is nuts that they absolutely squashed them up there. I honestly can't believe that. Like that is nuts. Who do we have a war goal against? Oh yeah, just the San Francisco chapter. Which, are you guys still in a... Yeah, you're still in a faction with the Lost Hills. Hey, the demilitarized zone disappeared. Oh my god, my face. And then Raven Rock is out there growing like exponentially. Dude, look at this. I'm at to fight Raven Rock over the control of the United States here. Is what it feels like it's going to happen. Okay. We have civilized tech here that I actually need to get into also, because I keep forgetting to take that. It's so far over on the research tree that it just like leaves my sight and then I forget about it. I'm gonna not do one more of that, and then I'm actually just gonna get rid of these. Okay, so we have law and order. So we need soldiers, not lawyers. Or we could take to the Republic, a government, laws, and not of men. See, what kills me is we get popularity of elite for this. Who has the other power? So people is the Old World Party, and elite is the League of Citizens with them. We're actually still in power pretty well. We're actually losing power as ruler, funny enough. So maybe go on this, but oh, the justify war goal time though. Weekly stability goes up. Okay, this actually gives us weekly stability too. And that's permanent, right? Yes, that is. Okay, we need that. Yeah, okay, we need that for sure. It's funny because you gotta think, the Fallout world, like the universe before the nukes dropped, was pretty much like this. It was a police state almost, right? Like, it was kind of crazy. Everyone was looking for communists. So we kind of just returned back. Like, we're actually reinstating post-Great War United States, not what we know as modern United States. I need to remember that a little bit too. With, you know, changes here and there, because we do have mutants and stuff. Department of Un-American Activities. The president today unveiled the creation of the new Department of Un-American Activities. The national level police force will be entrusted with ensuring peace, justice, and will of the federal government through all walks of life. Activities such as raising the banner of the NCR, holding Legion Donaris, or conspiring with Brotherhood terrorists will be considered capital crimes, punishable to the fullest extent of the law. Americans want stability, security, to know that their farms will not be raided, and their children can safely go to school, and that the long arm of the law will protect them. To all who question the welfare and protection I bring, let me remind them, you're either with us or against us, always watching. Okay, so we lose 5% stability out the gate, but we gain a lot of daily stability. Oh, wait, this didn't get rid of... Oh, okay, so this removes the underfunded justice then. I see, okay. Which the underfunded justice, we're actually losing weekly stability also. So this will get rid of that and get us even more stability over time. Okay, that's actually great.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Not gonna lie, that was some good old Johnny Cash there that started playing for this. The never-ending martial law, 'cause it was I Shot a Man in Reno. Which is funny, because, you know, New Reno. New Reno. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. George Orwell, 1984. Obey the curfew. I feel like martial law would be very much a thing in post-nuclear war anywhere if a government is trying to come back. Because, you know, with the, like, raiders, mutants, and stuff like that, man. Like, you'd have to. Okay, so we need more water also. Actually, wait, we can invest in some stuff now because we don't have to spend all that money on the other things. So yeah, we can invest in these, which get us... Some of these should get us water. And some of us should get us... I swear there was a water one. All I'm seeing are power ones. Okay, that's circuitry. Did I look at the wrong one? I might have looked at the wrong one, actually. Or I might have, like, saw it. Yeah. Yep, okay. Or maybe I already did the water one before. And I'm just, like, thinking of it in a different way. Which it could also be the case, for sure. Well, let's get some water. We also need some more of the other stuff. But let's get water up first. Okay, so we're doing iBot patrols. That should stop them from doing that, and that should help me a lot. Let's start grabbing, I guess, power here. It's going to start eating up some of our money, but we should be fine. Because we're actually gaining a lot of money. Oh my god. Since all these cities came up. Yeah, I would not have been able to do this playthrough if I didn't fix the whole caps issue. That is for sure.
The president? That's a no one.
Okay, yes, I need to put you guys under homie over here. There we go. And then I'm going to stop training these guys for the time being. So we have the new boy over here. The new boy on the block. What? That shouldn't be happening. Yeah, prevents commanders from getting assassinated. I'm so confused. NCR loyalists assassinate commander. This morning, the body of Colonel Zandra Fotu was discovered in his forward outpost, shot in point blank several times. The same thing as the other one. Local Enclave forces are to be the cowardly assassination. They have arrested the NCR civilians that have been tasked with maintaining the base. I guess, yeah, release. I need to save some of that stability, man. The Brahmin Barons. Even after crushing the rebels in the NCR, the Brahmin Barons' wealth and power gives them a stranglehold on Northern California. Some suggest we spread men and laser guns to break their power, while others suggest we cement their position in the reunited states at great cost to our popularity. Some wonder if there's a third option out there. Too bad we can't give them to Caesar. So gains, Brahmin Barons. We lose even more PP for 500 days. We lose stability, and elites go up. Oh, man. I'm seeing a common trend here with my stability and power. Okay, we have eye patrol now for robots. So then this should be good now, right? Or is it just add the 25% of chance of nothing happening? Okay, It's gone. Thank the Lord, man. Oh my god. The super mutants are dead. It is too early to tell, but we have been getting word that the home of the super mutants was found and destroyed. If true, we should expect to soon see their raids come to a complete stop as they are wiped out. Good for them. Okay. I guess find ready power grids. So the Brahmin Barons establish order. No, there's some more Corsair raids. Oh, God, go away. Leave me alone. Okay, so that got rid of that. So we don't need to worry about that. We need to go back to anti-piracy now. So anti-piracy operations is what we need now. And I need to remember the next research we get, I need to throw that research towards the Navy. See, I gotta be careful because the larger we grow, the more issues we're probably gonna have. At the same time, I probably need more, at least basic soldiers. So let's do 20. And to have them up north, I need some basic troops to be ready on other borders in case something happens. Okay, so that's anti-piracy. What do we get now for anti-piracy? That's in San Diego, San Diego, San Diego. Which one was telling me that I needed them in the Boneyard? I can't remember now, but we need... Okay, in San Diego. It's funny because I was born in San Diego, but I don't know where San Diego is, I'm not going to lie. Without seeing it say San Diego. I've lived in North Carolina for so long that I don't know where it's at. I thought it was down south more. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so I was right that it was down south more. I just couldn't remember the exact location of it. I was like, there's no way it's above, right? Right? This gives me intermediate naval tech, naval reactors, sailor's life. Unlock special events when capturing cities. Oh, that's kind of cool. Armed Forces Network. Okay. Oh, wait, that gives me stability? We're taking you. I need that stability, please. Because prospecting, but before I forget, Navy, Navy, Navy. So I think light canoes is what we use to get across rivers, right? Mounted guns and stuff. Wait. We could actually build out our ships still? I wasn't sure if it was just going to be like how it was with the other things. So I think these are considered heavy ships. Yeah, medium ships, light ships. Okay, I see. Well, let's get some light ships up, I guess. Okay, once our Navy arrives over here fully. Wait, what? Okay, another Legion raiding spot. Okay, so I can do this now. So is one just... Okay, so one is just more than the other. Oh, we need one carrier. Oh my god. Okay, let's do this one then. Okay. We're slowly getting things fixed. Dude, when I said last episode this was going to be a mess and a half when we take over NCR, the NCR, dude, it was not a joke. This has been a mess. Oh my god. It was one of the reasons why I decided I was going to record this straight after the other episode, so that if I came back tomorrow and played, I wouldn't just be totally lost and trying to pick up the pieces even more than I am right now. An impending flood crisis. One of the creeping issues with the NCR before we stormed through California was the growing, or rather vanishing, supply of food. It's partially what led to the rise of the Aguirre and Brahmin barons, But the crisis wasn't brought on by greedy power brokers with control over food. Rather, it was the rapidly growing population of the NCR and a land that couldn't sustain like it did in the pre-war era. Pretty much what's going on right now for me. I'm having too much land, and I'm like, what am I, like, trying to do everything at once, pretty much. The NCR government, for what it was worth, was aware of this impending crisis, and their Office of Science and Industry was looking into ways to fix this. Alongside aggressive expansion for new lands to settle and farm, now what was the NCR's problem has become our problem. As we now face a large population and a fertile land that was destroyed in nuclear war 200 years ago, the EPA says it could take a year, take a year, I think it's be years before they could see a reversal of the nuclear radiation and see California be restored from a desert. Thankfully, a few pragmatic thinkers have pointed out that the war with the NCR has stalled the food crisis somewhat, as there are a lot of dead bodies between New Reno and the ruins of the NCR, which this didn't happen. We didn't fight. Of course, there is one other solace we can take that will stall this crisis a little more, which is rebirth of the fishing industry. Rebirth of the fishing industry. Since securing the coast of California from sea raiders, since we took the sea raider thing over, and beginning naval patrols, limited as they may be, many Californians have taken up fishing as a means to offset income. There had been a minor cottage fishing industry in the NCR, but the size of the NCR Navy always meant they were too afraid to venture far beyond the side of the shore, where catches were small. There were also the matter of what lurked below the waters wasn't always friendly. I wish, or I hope, that one day we'll get a Fallout that looks more at what's beneath the ocean. Because I know with Fallout 4, there was I think there was a scrapped DLC, right? Like Leagues Below the Sea or something like that. That I hope comes in the future. Or just something along those lines. Now, with naval vessels patrolling the ocean, this industry has seemingly... Because that would be cool if there was like a mutated megalodon. That would be awesome. Because we've seen like carcasses and stuff on coasts and stuff like that in Fallout universes that are massive or just very ugly. Has seemingly exploded as people in California coast towns and cities look to the seas to find income as we rebuild the state. Sure, it's a temporary solution as we grow and expand. It won't offset as we expand further east. But for now, the crisis is averted, and we could take steps to ensure we don't suffer a famine right as we're about to get this country back on its feet. I mean, sure, I'll take it. More to come in the future. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, Navy. Navy. Let's get a heavy ship now. Also, let me look at my national focuses. Where can I contact Hawaii at? Oh, we can actually contact Raven Rock from here. Oh, here's the USS Intrepid. So we can get a ship from that, too. Survivors of the Rig, Mojave Remnants, the Anchorage. This is if we go this way, though. The expedition to the Canadian Commonwealth. No. I swear there was one for Hawaii. Oh, the Hawaiian Enclave right here. Okay. So I could still go down selective criteria for this to call all survivors and then go down this and get the Hawaiian Enclave. The only issue is we lose stability, though, absorbing NCR remnants. So we lose a lot of stability. We'll begin the long process of peacefully searching native tribes to recruit former Enclave members along their members. This will strengthen the reformers' following. See, this was something more that I guess was better to take whenever we were still like reformers and stuff, but we can still take it now to get bonuses and more troops, like free troops and stuff too, though. So that's not too bad. I just don't want to strengthen, because I think that would go to the elite. Well, so I guess that would go to the elites and not the purest. Is what I'm assuming would happen. Yeah. Okay. God, yeah, we don't have the PP for that. Luckily, to send out scavenging teams, we don't need PP. we just need money. Oh my God, we're almost back on materials. So that's nice. Let's go back and start doing some more foundries here around in our areas with high infrastructure. Because that way we can build these much, much faster. Nice, we took home defense. Oh, wait, no. I don't want to research any of that right now. Like I said, I want to... We're going straight into naval tech here. Okay, now we have that. I could go this, too. Which is funny, because this lowers the relevance of legitimacy by 33%. We're still making legitimacy, like, the perfect thing for us. Like, we have to have it. 10% stability, too. Oh, yesterday's enemies. So replace California resistance with reluctance to serve. So this is with them, though, right? Brotherhood leadership. So can I bring them into the fold with this? I think so. So instead of going the other route of doing that, maybe I can just fully, like, kind of annex them. Ooh, this would be nice, too. We'd lose some legitimacy, though. Oh, here's free elections. Ooh. Ooh, we might be staying away from free elections for a minute. Let's see what that does, too. Oh my god, dude, our stability is so bad. It's so bad. Probably one of the reasons we're not gaining, like, any PP. Legion marches again in 55 days. Remove smuggling problem. Oh, that's also losing me. Okay, what do I need for this? Okay, so this is the one in the boneyard that I need. Okay. Now, is the other thing fully done then? For sweeping for pirates? Is that gone? Do I have to worry about that anymore? Okay, I don't think I have to do that anymore. Okay, so that should mean I can just take my navy then. Put them back in the boneyard. Okay, go back to the boneyard, and oh my god. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Ah, we need the better tech to go up that way. That's just for fabrication factory, so we already have, like, the most we can really get out of that. I don't think there's any tech that give me stability, right? More Legion raiding parties. Okay, so my navy should be there now, right? Yes, Californian coast. Okay, so yesterday's enemies, so that just popped. Oh, the Lost Hills. Ah, it needs to be gone. I didn't realize that too. NCR leadership, ruling California, incorporating the NCR army, remove reluctance to serve. Oh, okay. Oh, I did not know we had that. Dude, there are just so many negative debuffs that apparently we have. Oh my, dude, look at this. The national spirit stuff is just atrocious looking. Oh, the last of the Enclave Navy. To much of our surprise, a decrepit old Enclave vessel has docked at our primary naval base. Stepping off was one of a salty bunch of sailors in Enclave naval uniforms, headed by a woman whose stare belied the experience her age begets. Providing the correct clearance codes, it is none other than the crew of the USS Enterprise, the last ship of the Enclave Navy. Leading the ship was the self-styled Admiral Gene Richard, who was promoted when the ship's commander passed away a few years ago. They've been serving as privateers for hire in the Southern Hemisphere after being deployed near Seattle when the rig went down. When the Enclave when the Enclave and America had returned, they set sail, and upon arrival, many wept tears of joy seeing their flag waving. Admiral Richard has offered her services to the President in the United States, citing years of experience beyond anything we can muster in the near future. Admiral, protect our shores. Last of America's carriers. So we got a carrier. Dude, we got an aircraft carrier. That is baller. Okay. I thought we'd get it. I honestly thought we'd get it from the Hawaii fleet. Give me a second. I got to take a screenshot of this. Boom. That's actually great. The last of America's carriers. Along with Admiral Richardson came her ship, the USS Enterprise. See, I wasn't sure if we got to keep it or not, or if it was like too old or too decrepit, or what was left of it. Yeah, what was left of it. The last of the United States supercarriers. The ship was over 200 years old and had quite the story, yeah. Within her rustling hull are parts from no less than 5 other carriers that served in the Pacific Fleet when the bombs fell in 2077. Over the intervening years, the ship was instrumental in surveying and understanding the post-war world. It was the Marines and sailors aboard the Enterprise that established Navarro, freeing the ship from ferrying vertebrates to the mainland. And it was further spared when Richardson deployed it to Los Angeles Boneyard when the rig went down. In the years since, the ship sailed south, hoping to sail around Cape Horn and link up with the Enclave on the East Coast. Sadly, a run-in with pirates in the South America. Sadly, no, that's good for us. They don't have it on the East Coast. In South American waters, left the ship damaged and its commander dead. It was when his protege, John Richard, picked up our signal that she and her inherited crew made repairs they could and sailed north once more. Now it sits listing heavily in San Diego Naval Base. While the ship itself can be refloated, its age and state of decay after 200 years of hard service leaves it useless as a warship, but that doesn't mean we can't use it. I mean, as a warship, yes. We could still use it as long as the flight deck is good. Oh my god. So we could turn it into a museum ship or get a lot out of it for parts. That's a lot in terms of production. That is crazy. What is our current... So we currently have 51 advanced components. See, I want to know what happens if we make it into a museum ship, though. But scrapping it for parts also sounds really, really nice. Let's just scrap it for parts. What makes a superpower? Most nations that even operate a navy host nothing more than a small flotilla of canoes or led by a clipper or a barge at most. Only the largest or most technologically advanced, like the NCR or the Brotherhood, are capable of selling actual fleets of warships. With the Legion classes being an outlier, aircrafts are forlorn dream for many nations or something beyond their tribal existence. With even the NCR struggling to field warplanes, much to the detriment of the rest of their military. To merge the two into an aircraft carrier is such a laughable concept that most nations don't even bother to. Even pre-war, it was a struggle to field and maintain one carrier for most deployed or developed nations. Selling one would require just as much effort, and many a wasteland nation would expend their entire nation just to sell it, destroying themselves in the process. Of course, most wasteland nations aren't the Enclave. Our growing industrial might, vast reserve of manpower, and technological mastery, we could field a vast armada of warships and entire fleets of aircraft. With the return of the USS Enterprise, the ship's computer data banks contain the schematics for the old vessel and allows us to build aircraft carriers for the first time in over 200 years. So we can turn around and build one. Let enemies of the Enclave tremble in fear when the sight of old war super carriers appear off the coast and unleash their deadly payload. If there was ever a symbol that America was back, it will be our aircraft carriers. So we get an Enclave carrier. Oh my god. I love how we're currently researching canoes and we get the... Where is it? Oh, it's in reward technologies, isn't it? God, the one thing that sucks about that one mod that stopped working is we don't get images for these. So it's always like kind of hard to tell. So those are buffs, Texas buff, Mexican buffs, miscellaneous buffs. Okay, no, these are just buffs, not techs. That's tech levels. I don't know. We got it. That's all that matters, I guess. Let me look at my production real quick. Yes. Yes. The design is over maximum allowed cost of 7,500 for this class. Well, crap. Oh my god, dude. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Yeah, we need to do more research into Navy stuff if we want to field a aircraft carrier at some point. That's for sure. We have PP. We're gaining 0.45 PP per day. That's beautiful. It's so gorgeous. And oh my god, can you guys leave me alone, NCR? Luckily, the Legion isn't supporting power armor. There's a chance they might in the future, but at least right now they're not. And I guess that's all that matters in this moment. Okay, I want to see. Wait, the robot died too? Didn't they have a non-aggression pact? Dude, that's two, like, major factions dead apparently now. Because I think the really mad AI is one, and then you know, the Western Brotherhood was another. But apparently the Western Brotherhood just got smacked down by the Oregon chapter. Here's Standing Rock. We have a feud with these guys. They blew up Mount Rushmore. So we need to take them out. Naval cruise successful. Okay, so this is a part of the anti-pirate raids. Our anti-pirate task force is reporting back that not only have they engaged a pirate squadron, they even rescued a few merchantmen that were being pursued as well. In a brilliant display of naval prowess, the pirate squadron was trapped in a pincer maneuver and slowly brought down as the task force closed in. Several boarding parties of sailors were brought to bear as well, deploying on both the merchantmen and the pirate sloops before engaging the corsairs in close quarters combat. The task force flagship even engaged the pirate mothership, sending it down in the deep with a few salvos from the ship's main guns. While the pirates were captured, few of our ships sustained damage, and several sailors were wounded and killed in action. The task force is returning to port, as well as escorting the shaken merchantmen. A moment of silence for our fallens. We lose 26 men, gain 20 or 30 naval experience. That's cool. Okay. Navy, Navy. I don't got anything else to throw in here. Okay. This will also give us boosts to our jet fighters, so it'd probably be smart to go across these still. We can't get an aircraft carrier for a minute, so doing like light stuff, like light ships off of aircraft carriers just wouldn't be smart. We have jet bombers, so we don't really... I guess strat bombers, we could bomb deeper into enemy territory. Let's do Cult of Personality, actually, for one. God, I still need to take robotics tech, too. We're up on that. So our infantry is actually getting really good techs. We're all the way up to, like, sophisticated tech for these. For infantry-based stuff. Legion raiding party spotted. Oh, my God. NCR leadership, ruling California. Now that the dust raised by the fall of the NCR is setting, the time has come to decide how to govern the newly liberated Californians. Granite C. Hayes, previously mayor of Dayglow under the NCR, has asked an audience with Douglas Granite. He claims to be a descendant of Enclave members who escaped Navarro and integrated into the NCR. Yeah, if you remember, that's why Hayes is like so much of a proponent for the Enclave. Hayes believes we should appoint him to a top position in our Reconstruction Authority and bar anyone who took up arms against us from office. Many of our older Enclave officers balked at the ideas of working with our old enemies and demanded that any NCR politicians we come across be executed. So integrate the NCR leaders or disintegrate the NCR leaders. Oh my God, we lose more stability and stuff. Selected by Hayes or restored to their former positions. The few that haven't fled a long time ago, at least. Several advisors of the New California Republic will become available to us. We lose 100 PP. All of the PP we pretty much have. We gain war support, and we lose stability. We gain legitimacy, though. We're at 88. I want to get it back above 90 legitimacy, because this will drop us even harder legitimacy-wise. Let's integrate him. Jacob Dwemer Freeman outraged. One of our commanders, Jacob Dwemer Freeman, has approached Douglas Granite personally after our recent decision to accept NCR leadership into our government. Aggravated but respectfully, Jacob Dwemer Freeman told the president that they cannot accept working together with the people who ordered the attack on Navarro that killed their father. Jacob Dwemer Freeman has offered resignation, feeling they can no longer perform their duties under the current administration. None of us are Americans until we all are. So 50% chance that he changes his mind. Convinced. Unconvinced. Okay. Unconvinced. Oh, come on. Remained steadfast in their decision to leave despite Douglas' best attempts to change their mind. Accept their resignation. I mean, we still have a lot of... We're still really high on war support, so we don't need to worry about war support, honestly. Incorporate the NCR Army, so this will help us with the reluctance to serve issue that's going on. God, we have so much money. We're just stacking cash now. Oh, so with one development underway, we can't do another. Okay, let me see. Do we have anything around here? Yes. Okay, for 180 days, we gain more PP. Spend money on that, please. More stability. We lose some caps income for 360 days. Appeal to refugees. Spend that money. We gain water. Trade income goes higher. Spend that money. Dockyard. I don't really care about the dockyard. Efficiency growth. Army experience. Right now. I need anything that'll give me PP and stuff. And stability. And then that's just developing cities. Okay. How much money do we have left? 525,000. So we are still strong in terms of money. Is that finished? Do we have anything else? Find ready power grids. Scavenge the NCR Navy docks. That could actually help a lot. And then the Nuka-Cola, but we just don't have the PP for it, man. Oh, so we can conduct another sweep of pirates. But we sunk their main ship, so I think we're good on that for a little bit, right? I want to say that we are. Oh, we no longer get the effects from bankrupt the merchant houses. Reconstruction of the NCR Navy. Reconstruction of the NCR Air Force. So reconstruction of the NCR Navy. For the bulk of the war with the NCR Navy was relegated to anti-aircraft duty in cities and shelling our positions near the coast. A few of their patrol boats made their way up the river and shot at our units, but they were effectively useless in a land war against our forces, and those ships that couldn't maneuver were destroyed by the Air Force. More than a few NCR ships took to the seas, vowing to fight on defiantly, though we know from experience that a few naval ships vowing to fight on doesn't really last long. A few turned to piracy, as we've encountered more than a fair share of ships matching NCR descriptions prowling around the coast. Others have decided to raise the white flag and surrender, and the Navy is looking to their expertise. One such person is the former NCR Admiral Delgado, who was commander of the NCR Northern Fleet and led the defense of Sac City. During the war, she managed to break out of the city on her flagship, but it was damaged and she made for the boneyard not long after the war ended. Right now, however, the Navy is looking to let bygones be bygones and let her and those who serve in the NCR Navy to join up under the Stars and Stripes. We will, of course, make sure, Jesus, that grammar right there, that ships aren't overstaffed with former NCR sailors in case they try a mutiny. Welcome aboard, Admiral. Reconstruction of the NCR Air Force. The NCR Air Force, more commonly known as the Bear Force, gave our pilots hell during the war, which we didn't fight them. Though it was for naught, as nothing remains of the Bear Force, aside assorted scrapped fighters and bombers all over Central and Northern California. What does remain, however, are the pilots, of whom many were captured and taken to prison camps deep in Nevada to wait out the war. However, our operations are expanding and we need qualified pilots to fly our planes. If we're going to retake this continent, While some in high command are hesitant to use the pilots of a rebel nation that sought our destruction, Pragmatus is winning the day here. Along with incorporating the Air Force has begun an amnesty program for former NCR pilots, offering them food, housing, and pay to give their services to us. As a precaution, they are being properly vetted and placed in special provisional units until they prove their loyalty. However, their knowledge of the skies is proving invaluable, and already the Air Force is wanting to implement some of their experience. Welcome to the Air Force. Oh, we get a lot of air XP out of that. Jesus. Okay. That's really nice. Shady Sands was the old capital. We will spend 200k to raise the development of Shady Sands. The Scavenger's Triumph. In the ruins of an ancient factory, our scavengers found pre-war goods. A caravan of trucks is bringing the expedition back. What do we get? Non-combat support technology research bonus. Okay. So nothing too great. Okay, so yeah, they're returning, so we can't do any more of that right now. And then let's do heavy brig now. Because the thing that sucks is we can't really wage war without PP either. So I haven't really been able to wage war against anybody. Because I can't declare war on them. Do I just bring these guys out a bit early? They'll be green, but at least I'll kind of have them ready to fight. But I think that might be one of the reasons why we're actually doing decently well in some of these fights too. Is because our guys are actually well trained to a certain point. Okay, let me look at my production for ships. So we have some light canoes, medium longboat hulls. Okay, so incorporate the NCR army. We finished that. Now we just need to do the Brotherhood leadership stuff, which I guess we can merc them and do that. But I am going to say I was given some insider information on that too. That we... Oh, wait, what does this say? Excess legitimacy converted to base stability. Ooh. The fate of our democracy. We might go that just for the stability. America for automation, manual labor, stripping the vaults. Oh, that sounds cool. Department of Energy. Ooh, that sounds nice also. There's so much stuff that we could go that would be like really, really helpful right now. Man, let's look at, see, there's all this sailor's life stuff, but I don't know what gives us, that's nuclear engines. Okay, so we want intermediate tech. We're going to go Liberty ships. That way I can start researching the next tier of ships there too. The Legion marches. So they're fighting the Sorrows. Oh, crap. That's kind of on our border. Okay. So if I do, when I do go to war against them, I would have to take them and do that, which I don't have anything around for the Sorrows, no. Make sure I didn't misspell that. Is it 1R? No, okay, it's not. I didn't think it was. Oh, they got an annex war goal against them. They didn't actually declare war on them. Do I have anything here for the Sorrows? I don't think so, do I? No, I don't. Okay. I always got to scroll to the bottom because there's usually some stuff hidden sometimes. Okay. How's our trade looking? We're water and a little bit of the other stuff. Okay. So we need to build out some more water areas here. Try to get them out of areas with low infrastructure. And as you guys can see, this is why I was putting off the NCR for so long, because I had a feeling something like this would happen. I just really didn't want to do all this as a whole. But it needed to happen anyway. Corsair raid, because we're getting to the point. Okay, so we need to raid pirates some more. Because it was getting to the point where we were going to have to do it anyway. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? So, okay, they do have to be in San Diego again. Honestly, I might just keep them in San Diego at this point. So that's pretty much all full. Let's get this to kind of max those out right now for our current technology. We're minus 3 PP. Okay, conduct anti-pirate cruise. Okay, Liberty ships. So we got intermediate ship tech now. So that'll actually help us a lot. Dreadnought. Remove Project Unsinkable, which grants... Add technology. Super heavy hull. Ooh. Ordnance fleet. Return to the Great White Fleet. That sounds sick, but there's certain things we need to do a little beforehand, though. One of them being... I think we can... Wait, this thing we can start it. Who are we taking with this, then? Nobody. Huh. Let's go down and try to incorporate the Brotherhood of Steel. So I'm wondering if it'll be all of the Brotherhood or not. I don't know. Our stability's looking good, though. We're gaining PP. We're getting 0.8 now per day. So PP, we are looking awesome. So Caesar's Legion declared war on the Ciphers. Oh, they didn't go to war against the Sorrows. Nuka Land's opening day. Oh, yeah, if you remember, I took the debuff to open Nuka Land. After a year of construction, Nuka Land has opened to rave reviews and would be crushing competition. If there was any other theme park in the Waste, casualties from the Deathclaws petting zoo are within acceptable parameters. The haunted house's feral ghouls provide excellent preliminary training, and the rocket roller coaster is fun. For one brief day, America's citizens get a taste of what our nation will be like when we finish rebuilding. Just obey park security. Cutting in line has unpleasant consequences, so remove building Nuka World. Oh, we gain legitimacy because of this, and we gain stability. Yes, okay, so that was a good idea to take the debuff at the time. Yes. What I've been trying to do is the whole, like, what you see isn't what you get sort of thing. I've been trying to do the narrative base of it. They're fighting, like, crazy up here in Ciphers. Oh, yeah, they're dead. They're gone. They're having to fight through these, like, mountains. Oh, no, they're losing it and they're gaining it. Jesus. Oh, yeah, dude, they are fighting over that something fierce. Okay, so rocket launcher. So we need missile launcher here. Oh, that's right. I forgot for demolitions we were using the incinerator, not the other one, the grenade launchers. I forgot about that. And we have the Gatlin laser. I could make some of these extra, and then I guess that would do like a mix maybe of what we have. But I'm trying not to use up more of our resources right now because I'm trying to get us out of the hole resource-wise too. Okay, Navy. Okay, so we can do scrap boat holes now. And then we have this one here. Let's do armored carriers. Whispers of Hope. Despite our current precarious position, there are those who are taken to our American dreams. Whispers of a new dawn are spoken when no NCR loyalists are in the room. Stories of a president who can sway even his bitter enemies with words and is incorrigible of soul. So ask not what our government can do for you, but what you can do for our government. Yeah, we need that stability and that PP. Yes, dude, we're finally over 100 PP after so long. Oh my God. That is crazy. Okay, I want to keep this. That gives us that 12% PP gain. We need that. We still have no formal training for our military again. We need to do something about that later also. Because that's going to be a national focus that we're going to have to take too. All this is still good. Oh, we're at 100 legitimacy. Oh, that means when I do the other thing, all excess legitimacy turns to stability, if you remember. Ooh, that'll be great, actually. That'll be really, really nice. Ooh. This isn't too great. Even though that PP gain would be crazy. We could spend it on this too, but I don't think any of this gives us PP at the moment. And I need to just keep gaining PP as much as I can right now. And PP for any of you guys is political power. Dude, the ciphers are fighting for their lives right now. Power all of our power grids right now. Okay, so I think we would go this way, and then would we promote ideals? And then this would give Brotherhood hardliners flee. Yeah, they become a puppet of the Enclave. Okay, cool. That's what I actually want to go down. So the Brotherhood of Steel. Oh, spend money to establish an outpost. If there's something we have still, it's some money. We definitely be having some money right now. I need to make sure I keep spending money as I get it, because I have been kind of hoarding money here and there, honestly. Okay, let's get Battle Barge. And then we'll grab this. Actually, no, we'll grab... We really need power. Let's do the construction for fabrication factories faster. And then we'll grab this one for power cells. Because I think power we've been okay on, right? I want to say so. Like, I haven't seen our power drop, like, at all, almost.
Enclave here.
Okay, I need to move some of you guys. Oh, they defeated them, finally. Ooh, I could spend my PP now to take out the Sorrows, also. And then I could go for the dead horses here, because I need to... Oh, okay, the Brotherhood of Steel. The American Schism. We may be at opposite ends of the American spectrum, but the Enclave and the Brotherhood are cut from the same cloth. That is the American flag, while many see the Brotherhood as techno-fascist? Fetishist? One cannot deny that they lived up to values rooted in their origins with the United States Army. We've both come a long way since the dark days of 2242. With our power rising and theirs falling, much of the Brotherhood is spread out across desperate chapters with little in common in terms of their original goals and organization. Many in America are still bitter and resent the Brotherhood, but a growing number wish to return them to the American fold, if for no better reason than avoiding wasting American lives, since they are one of the few organizations capable of matching us in technology. I wonder, did we actually have a hand in Marsiposa? But not to answer that one. They can join us or die. Ooh. Oh, okay, so that just leads here to reconcile our past. Okay, I thought it was going to be like them making a decision on either going to war with us or joining us. And I'm wondering, is that all of the Brotherhood, or just... I think that's just Lost Hills. Yeah, because that's the whole puppet thing. That's just Lost Hills. But Lost Hills, though, is like one of the main leaders of the rest of them, I do believe. Okay, let's grab some of this other naval-specific stuff here. The cool thing, though, is I think once we get, like, if we put our navy in those straits, I don't think they can push across those straits against us if we have a guy there. Because I think the navy keeps them from doing it. Because I think that's a thing for base Hoi4, I believe. That'll actually stop them. Let's upgrade our maintenance companies more. I think we just have a war goal, yeah, against San Francisco chapter still. 125 days. We'll spend the 25 PP to start declaring war on them, on the Sorrows.
What the hell is this?
And then we're going to start declaring war on Dead Horse. It's funny because the Legion actually has... oh, these guys have a faction, though. The Dead Horse, the Realm of Diana, Ouroboros, and the Crazy Horns. So Crazy Horns, Ouroboros, and Realm of Diana are all right here. Ooh, do I leave that up right now for when Caesar goes to war against them, and then I can just be like, hey, I declare war on you, and then take them? I don't think Soros is in a faction, right? No, they aren't. Okay, I'll leave that up in the air right now. Naval cruise successful. Okay, cool. So we just lost some men in that anti-piracy raid again. But overall, it was successful. That is all I want to see. And we're still making these bad boys everywhere. Every so often, I guess. Okay, and then we lost...
What the hell is this?
This person here got assassinated. I'll just go with this guy in case he gets assassinated also. There we go. Move out. Big ol' cannons. Wait, let's get some of those going for the motorized. Dude, we're over $1,000 right now. Let's just spend a bunch of money stimulating those cities. And then light patrol boat hole.
Who the hell is this?
Okay, we got some infantry up here. These guys aren't going to be under field marshals. They're just going to be over here for protection against if anything happens up here. Ooh, this guy's got some good attack and stuff too. Okay, I'm going to go with you as a unit leader here. And then I'll just kind of leave you on these guys' border, I guess. I think I should have went the other route then. Because I think the other route that I could have gone, instead of trying to, like, incorporate them as puppets, we would have just declared war and taken them. Okay, so whenever the Legion marches, they declare war on somebody. Okay, I see. Okay, America's Wayward Knights. To reconcile our past, the Lost Hills Brotherhood has fallen far from the Brotherhood that destroyed our forces at Navarro so many years ago. They hemorrhaged land and influence in California following conflicts with the NCR, while ineffectual leadership led their organization to mire and stagnate. The president can exploit this lack of power, influence, and cohesion to his own gain. After we reached out, the Brotherhood's leadership agreed to meet the president at a neutral location of their choosing, and with only a few hours' notice, when the location was chosen, President Douglas Granite boarded Marine One with heavy escorts and arrived shortly thereafter. Elders, senior paladins, and head scribes stood across an open wasteland from the president and his entourage, while suspicious knights and paladins watched from above. The president's terms were short and simple: submit to the United States, the reinstitution, and most importantly, congressional oversight. Gotta itch my eye real quick. For this, the Brotherhood would have its crimes exonerated, and they would gain a place among the U.S. Armed Forces, so as to continue Maxon's goal of protecting the world from dangerous technology. The Brotherhood leaders stood amongst themselves, mulling over the president's offer. The Brotherhood accepts. Okay, so I can make the decision on if they accept or not. So we could do war with the Brotherhood, which we gain annex war goals against every single Brotherhood faction, and then anti-Brotherhood propaganda. Lost Hills added "We're coming for you," which grants all of that. Or our brother... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do the accept. The new American Brotherhood. The president smiled when the Brotherhood accepted the offer. Despite their reservations and the Enclave's past hostilities, word had spread of their actions in New Reno, as well as their restoration efforts in California. 2 centuries ago, Maxon seceded from the United States and formed the Brotherhood of Steel. Now the Brotherhood returned to it, reinvigorated and anew. Yet as the president warmly thanked them for their decision, Douglas Granite couldn't help feel the stare of unease and concern from some of the delegation, nor the distrust of the knights watching them. He couldn't blame them, but his warm smile could assure them that they had taken a great step into seeing the future alongside the rest of the modern post-war world. So, we welcome them back into our fold. Enclave Recreation Authority completes promote the exchange of ideas. After 200 years, our wayward soldiers have returned. So Enclave completes focus. Okay, so it's the same thing, just different things. Yeah. American Brotherhood Reclamation. While Lost Hills may have been the birthplace and epicenter of the Brotherhood of Steel, each chapter operated semi-independently to a mixed batch of success, from soaring accomplishments of Midwest and Texas Brotherhoods to the sad stories of the Mojave and Maxon chapters. Then, of course, there are the horrors that came out of Seattle with the Washington Brotherhood. The problem is that these chapters have interpreted their own laws, codexes, and values to suit their own needs or their own ambitions. Talking about codexes, dude, a Warhammer 40k, like fantasy or even non-fantasy, would be so cool in Hoi4. So like 40k or just Warhammer fantasy, which 40k would definitely come first. This makes them unpredictable and as such a potential risk to Americans everywhere. By a special act of Congress, an American Brotherhood will work to reunite people in the American Brotherhood, not just to protect Americans and by extension humanity from the dangers of technology, but also to maintain the values of life. What awaits us, we shall see. And then we could take our band of brothers. I do have to say, other than copyright issues, man, they do choose some bangers for these. It was The Boys Are Back in Town, if you didn't recognize like that beginning sequence of it. But man, do they choose some bangers for these. The Brotherhood returns. Let's have a feast and celebrate, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found, so they began to celebrate. Luke 15:23-24. Our band of brothers. So that's sick. Okay. The only way in... Okay, so we can get in from over here, too, is the thing. Oh, God. Okay. That trips me up every time it does that.
The president?
You know, I have a unit hanging out here. I think these guys might be able to hold that. I don't know if they can get across that normally, but we'll just push this. We'll easily be able to push that before they can push this through. We'll be fine. Oh my God, there's so much... I say so much. It's not actually that much, but I guess it's on them. Wait, we can use Seagull Scouts. Enable Spec Ops teams, boarding party, speedboat assault team, and dreadnought boarding team. That sounds awesome. Shady Sands. Oh, we actually have the money to upgrade, or the PP to upgrade these now. But I don't want to spend the PP on that right now. Kind of wanting to hoard our PP a little bit. Actually, let's see what new government officials we have. Anything that can give me PP, good sirs. Trade tariffs go up, which is actually kind of nice. And nothing really there. Oh my God. Okay, there's actually a lot here. Oh, haze can be added in here, which we lose 0.1 PP, which I do not want. So you can take a back seat there, haze. If you're taking PP from me, you can take a back seat. Stability, weekly manpower, war support. We're actually getting everything up higher now, which is great. So we don't really need to worry about stability too much. It's slowly climbing because of some of the choices we made with weekly stability, which is great. So we are gaining like a bunch of weekly stability because of some of our other choices. Okay, we'll hold off on some of that then. Oh God. Radioactive material leak confirmed. Our intelligence crew deployed to structures control room thankfully managed to power on the old pre-war computers with the help of some portable fission devices and have already engaged containment protocols. Portable fission devices, that's nuts. Their way with transport bots carrying equipment to plug any leak detected by the system, and we expected minimal downtime in our operations. Impressive indeed. The NBC officers will be pleased of the efficiency of their soldiers. So that's nice. Now, let me do this. I want to see if there is something with the Mojave chapter. Okay, there's war with them, so that would give us war with the Mojave chapter, but that's not what I wanted. No, that's Mojave remnants. Okay, so I don't think there's any way to bring the Mojave chapter into our fold unless they die or we kill them. So we're probably gonna have to go to war against them if we want the Mojave chapter territory of like Helios 1 and like those other stuff. Which there might be other things that pop up. The Navajo. The Navajo were never one for Caesar's ideals. As far as they were concerned, their alliance was not out of necessity, and given how Lanus treated the Apache in New Mexico, it was some good foresight, but now times have changed. We're getting reports that the Navajo are firing on legionnaires, and the Legion has responded in kind. Despite the prowess of the Navajo, it won't be long until Caesar's sheer weight of numbers overwhelms them. Hundreds of years of culture, tradition, and history that survived our own actions in the late 1800s and the Great War snuffed out by a man who sees himself a god. It wasn't long ago that Navajo were some of our best soldiers and Marines. Yep, with the Navajo code remaining unbroken right up until the Great War, they counted themselves as Americans once. Maybe they can do so again given the opportunity. So we have no time for traitors. Dispatch a diplomatic strike force. Oh, great. America survived too. Yeah, dispatch one. Oh, great. America survived too. That was the general reaction when Enclave vertibirds landed in Navajo. Chief Hakshik. I don't know how. I'm not even going to say the rest of that. I feel like I just kind of. Yeah. I just butchered that. I'm sorry, any Navajo people. Made it clear the current situation with the Legion is the only reason. He didn't order his snipers to shoot the pilots out from their seats, however. Word had reached him about developments in the West and that his own scouts had been observing us for some time. Last thing he expected, however, was for us to arrive. Thankfully, the word out of Nevada and abroad made it clear he wasn't dealing with the, and we quote, Enclave of legend, and was willing to work with us to save his people. While some of his more ardent warriors want to stay behind to fight to the bitter end, then run, for him, seeing the survival and continuation of his people is more important. With our vertibird capabilities, we could ferry out as many as we can and provide cover fire to any attempt by Caesar to deny him of his prize. So get everyone out as we can. So flight of the Navajo. Oh, that's this Navajo Nation right here. Preparations were quick. In an instant, hundreds of vertibirds took to the skies and flew. That's actually a cool image. I like that. And flew toward New Navajo, guided in by Pathfinders and Navajo scouts. They landed in pre-designated zones to evacuate as many as they could, while just as many stayed to fight, just as many got on board. Women, children, the elderly. The culture and history of the Navajo were boarded upon the vertibirds and evacuated as fast as possible. The Legion seemed to catch wind of this and doubled their efforts to reach the city. Though airstrikes sent them reeling back to their position, last on board was Chief Hekshik, I'm not going to try to say that again, who was urged by his leaders to lead their people. The chief wished to stay and fight, but relented, knowing that what was about to happen would be a difficult time for the Navajo. He also knew that his warriors would flee to the hills rather than be captured, and that one day he would return. He boarded the last vertibird out of the city and joined the rest as they made way for New Reno. This land is where our roots are. So we got Navajo scouts, Navajo skinwalkers. That sounds crazy. And then we gained 6,000 manpower. Nice. That's actually a cool thing to happen. It's like a little thing that just pops for us here. I'm surprised the fighting's only happening right here. I don't see why it's not going across this. Because this is considered mountains right here. Maybe they don't have troops here yet? Oh, nope. Yep, there it goes. I guess they just didn't have troops there yet. Our band of brothers. Brotherhood hardliners flee. Despite our best diplomatic efforts, there have been many in the Brotherhood who believe that we are nothing more than genocidal maniacs hell-bent on their destruction. When our representatives alerted us that all of them had disappeared the night before, we were worried that they had taken to raiding the local countryside. Instead, our radar picked up an unidentified airship heading east towards what was once St. Louis. In an act of good faith, We didn't scramble fighters and sent them well wishes on their voyage, saying we would assist if they went down and sent an emergency beacon. Our gracious send-off was not responded to. That won't come back to bite us, right? Safe travels, watch out for storms. Oh god, okay. And yep. I love how they have so many troops in this like small little hole here for Lost Hills. That's actually hilarious. Man. And let's take Operation Brutus, because I like the idea to aid the Legion's enemies. And let's do Floating Fortress next.
Yeah, that's a no one.
And then we got the Steel Legion, boys. Now, can I change these is the question. Because I see that we have, you know, the actual Paladin platoons here. Do I have a unit commander for the Brotherhood? No, I don't think I got a unit commander, no. Trying to figure out who would be like a good choice for these guys. Ooh, a terrain penalty reduction is nice, but that negative experience sucks. This guy's actually got some good stuff going on over here. I might go with him. He was the ghoul guy that joined us. You know, yeah, you're gonna be. Oh yeah, you got some good bonuses there too. You'll be in charge of these guys. Let me see. Where is? Oh, here we go. I can change it. Okay, that's actually awesome. Okay, so, oh, we can do the knights and scribes now. Now, what is the? How does the knights change for our basic power armor? So it does add like more. No. Oh well, I guess our basic power armor that we're using is different from theirs, but 21% initiative. A 4% initiative. So actually with the knights, dude, we get a lot of an initiative added to us. So these guys give a good amount of bonuses. Now the question though, what equipment do they use? Do they just use infantry equipment, spec ops equipment, support equipment? Oh, so they don't even use power armor? Even though they're knights? Okay. Scribes. They use spec ops, support, and infantry equipment also, but that might be... That spec ops for the other one might have been that too. They actually experience soldier losses down by 22% also. Also more initiative. Trickle back and war support plus 18%. Because I think scribes do work as medics too, like field medics. That is actually really cool. And that could also add a whole nother just power armor brigade to them. Let's add a heavy AA batteries to them. Let's do some anti-tank, some support artillery, fire support. Now the question is, do I get them that I can actually straight up use them? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. So it looks like those are special types of troops. So we can't use them as like a main force like these paladins here. But we can add stuff to them if we want. Let's do power armor support then too, because we have a lot of power armor that we can just keep using also. But I like that a lot. Oh, we can actually keep training them, though. Okay. We just can't add to them is the thing.
This is Enclave main con.
I wish we had a unit commander for these guys, though. I really do. Outpost established. Nice. Okay, let's spend some more money here. What else do we have going on? Oh, these are 350,000. That gets us 50 power. When's the next quarter? 44 days? $827,000 dues we get right now for each quarter. That is crazy. That is nuts. Okay, so naval research. We're going to take the fire support vessels for the torpedoes here. And then... Okay, so we have some of this stuff here. more of them. Let's try going with more... God, what's what I'm looking for? Upgrades to our overall doctrine. I'm gonna go principled side because I do like the honor code one. Oh my god, okay. The Barons grip Titans. The Baron established order after the NCR's collapse, but it took them literally weeks to decide to subvert that order to their own end. Across vast stretches of New California, the Barons rule in their own name, siphoning taxes for their own ends and bribing government officials. This problem will only get worse until we tackle this head on. Okay, so I need to do something to... I'm guessing there's a national focus to take it down the Baron. So let's search up Baron. Which is the Baron incident there, but... There's incorporate the Barons. Oh, so we would need segregation for that. How do I get rid of the Barons then? Because that's the only other Baron one that I'm seeing. Because there's the Baron incidents, but this was against the NCR. If they lost the territory, I guess. Huh. Is there a PP choice then? Before I look for that, let me do this. We have most of this actually down under a power grid right now, which is great. Let's try to get more power grids down. That way we can have more claims on this territories. And just slowly build these like we have been. I don't know why I'm doing this. I could literally just do this and then establish another outpost. Oh, okay, so I can do Vice President Hayes, too. God, where is it? Oh, here we go. Construct power grids. And then find ready power grids, and then just power on all current power grids that we have. Listen to Marcus, so change... It puts more power into the people. Sundown over the Mojave. Oh, Fate of the Mojave chapter. Oh, okay, returning to the... Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens here. Because technically, the Caesar's Legion does have power, or have an annex war goal against them. Oh, these guys have changed. Curb elite influence. So we lose stability doing that, but stability loss is based on popularity of the elites. Okay, so they don't seem that powerful. Ugh. Returning Guardian Citadel. The point of where the Brotherhood of Steel falls in our armed forces has been one of slight confusion. Now that they've been integrated, the Brotherhood technically answers to us much in the same way any other branch of the military. However, they have also continued the tendency of operating in much in the same way as they did before. You should just make them their own branch, I feel like. Make them like a special forces branch or something like that, because the Brotherhood are pretty good in what they do. That is, collecting dangerous technology from those that shouldn't necessarily have it, although now with a particular emphasis on criminals, but as yet, there has been no definitive answer as to whether or not the Brotherhood now constitute a branch of armed service. Neither we nor they have issued such a clarification, likely because they, like us, are comfortable in leaving the question unanswered, lest it rocks the boat. However, in spite of the fact that the Brotherhood has full access to our military installations in the same way any other branch of armed service would, a number of their commanders have come forward with a request. They would like to see one of their former facilities, the Guardian Citadel, returned to them. They claim that their past ownership of the base gives them the right to stake claim in it, and that since they have only recently joined our ranks, it would only be fair that it would be handed back to them now. While our decision one way or another will have minimal, if any, effect on our combat capabilities or organization, and the base will still be owned by us. Okay, so we still keep it. it still seems to be an important issue to the Brotherhood, although some of our own commanders wonder what the point would be considering they have full access to these facilities anyway, and we were the ones who built them in the first place. The American Brotherhood is our ally, and we shouldn't, why shouldn't we? Command of the base shall be handed over to the Brotherhood, and it will be known as American Brotherhood Bunker Guardian. Yeah, well, you snooze, you lose. Name will remain the same. I'll do it. Why not? Because I'm wondering if some stuff can happen in the future. Nice. Okay, so we finished that. Now, what can I do to anger Caesar with his allies? Or is that something I take through national focuses? Okay, I think that's something I possibly take through national focuses then. Hope it does something. I'll be a little sad if it doesn't do anything, but maybe I've taken it too late. Okay, no. So yeah, there are options here, I guess. So what is Operation Democus? What does this do? The red versus blue. Vulpus remains a threat unlike anything we faced yet, and his Formatai are without a doubt the most potent intelligence operatives in the Wasteland. And Colonel Callahan is going to dismantle it. To do so, he's going right for the fox's head. So what does this do, though? Oh, so is this like what he's been doing to us? Ah, okay. And then from the top down, they lose stability. And then there's Operation Augustus. I don't know what Operation Augustus does, though. Let's do this operation first. Because I don't know what that does as an entirety, and that kind of scary. Because I don't want to take it, because it's mutually exclusive is the issue. So I'm guessing it's probably one of the other leaders under Caesar. Breakthrough and speed, we'll raise that. But that's what I'm assuming that is. Fate of the Mojave chapter. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. The Mojave chapter was a victim of its elder's own genius, sent out to uncover the secrets of New Vegas and the Mojave. The Mojave chapter would find themselves at the epicenter of giants of which they were unprepared for. Too busy studying the trees to see the forest close in on him, Elder Elijah leads his chapter to doom, gambling everything on Helios 1. When that failed, what would have been Helios's brotherhood met its end before the NCR, Legion, and the U.S. Army. However, the tenacious chapter survived long enough for members of the American Brotherhood to welcome them back in with open arms, becoming another vital part in America's push forward. They began again in the Mojave. So their paladins, knights, scribes, and lancers would join the United States, and we annexed them. Oh, dude, that's great. That means we have New Vegas and stuff now. Ooh, that's actually sick. And I think that gives us more troops, too, from the Brotherhood side of things, which I could put in the Brotherhood unit that I'm currently fielding. Oh, I didn't realize there was medical robots here. That's actually kind of cool. Ooh, we could take the atomic cannon, but that's 516 days. Oh, no, we didn't get their troops. Aw. I thought we'd get them. I guess not. No? Big sad. Okay, well, you guys, I need you now to come over here and protect these straits also. Don't know if that one needs to be watched or not. I can't tell. I'm going to say it does and do that. Okay, perfect. So they're going to get moving. Scavenger's Triumph. We get some naval doctrine stuff. Grappling harpoons. Let's do... Huh. Logistics. Let's grab radios also. Putting a lot into our support companies right now. Let's train up some more basic soldiers. Because I know once we fight Caesar, we're going to have to move across this, and that's going to spread us very thin. One of the things that's nice is with having power armor troops here. Okay, why do we not have guys watching the dam right now? Oh, the dam. I am glad I saw that. I did not know the dam itself was its own little, like, thing there. Oh my god, that would have been bad. Oh, this is happening because we haven't empowered Congress? But because we're charismatic, we can just keep taking that like we have. Helios 1, good morning from Enclave Radio, bringing you news from Helios 1. As the sun rises over the pre-war solar plant, reflecting off the solar panels, one can see how much progress the president has brought. Gone are the Brotherhood Knights stripping it for parts, or the NCR's engineers stumbling in the dark. Enclave scientists work proudly to restore power to the wastes, and the sun rises over a new day for America. We have the plant, and we have the power. Helios, oh my god, this guy. Helios sabotage. Upon securing Helios 1, a cadre of Enclave scientists descend upon the site, hoping to reactivate the ancient orbital weapon aboard the Archimedes energy weapon platform. Disabling the security systems, our team found much of the infrastructure for the weapon remained intact. However, after attempting to boot up the system, they found the software and terminals meant to run the system were outright destroyed. By whom? A nitwit of a technician who goes by the name Fantastic. This moron had been placed in charge of the facility by the NCR and has been nothing but a headache for the soldiers. Many initially believed he was a saboteur, not believing anyone could be this stupid in the Mojave Wasteland and survive. As it turns out, he's just a very lucky idiot. Are there any other kind? The damage he's done to the uplink could take decades to fix, mostly because we must rewrite by hand the code for the system to correctly uplink with the giant space laser. He got by on he got by on a theoretical degree. Wait, there's a giant space laser? Oh my god. Nice. Okay, it's red versus blue. Oh, wait, let me make sure that wasn't like... Okay, so I can still take left or right. I needed to make sure this wasn't like the only thing we could take here. Caesar's Fromotari, I don't know how to say that. The best intelligence organization on the Wasteland, having capabilities beyond anything the rest of the Wasteland was capable of. Even the NCR Rangers were left in the dark and unable to properly combat Volpes in Colta and his forces. Too stuck acting as Wasteland lawmen and military scouts, Volpes could operate with impunity right under their noses. The campaign of terror he led in the Mojave spread rumors like wildfire across the NCR, and now it was laid at the feet of Colonel Callahan and Enclave intelligence. While he refused to believe the wilder tales, like how Volpes was a half-man, half-dog mutant, he followed up on clues and rumors using old-school counterintelligence tactics and tricks that the Fromotari were used to. He had a few promising leads, but he needed to expand his scope. Speaking with Douglas Granite, he proposed Operation Damocles, a systematic campaign to destroy the Fromotari until using everything the old Enclave intelligence officer had at his disposal, as well as developing a few new ones. Douglas Granite looked over the proposition, as well as evidence that Callahan had support during the NCR's run, and with the Fromotari, while he was more of a direct kind of man, Callahan knew what he was doing. He gave the operation the green light. Let's get this son of a bitch. Foxcatcher. Callahan knew that in order to truly defeat the Fromotari, he would need to cut the head off the beast. That meant capturing Volpes in Colta. Of course, Volpes would never just show himself, but he knew Caesar didn't tolerate failures. if he could dismantle and disrupt their operations enough, Volps would slip up in a desperate attempt to save face. He already wasn't liked amongst his peers, only having the protection of Caesar to save him. If he lacked that, and he would go into a panic. So if Callahan didn't capture him, then at the very least Caesar would kill him. Callahan got to work, coordinating with whoever he could. His mission simple yet complicated. Bring in every Frumutai he could for interrogation. If not that, kill him. Whoa. Okay. That is... Oh. What's the Toxclave? Gain war goals on every nation in Texas. Operation Leviathan. Northwest Monster. Spoken of Hush. Has seen his horrifying frontier in many ways. The Enclave. There's no horror we couldn't conquer. Okay, so that's just that stuff. With the Brotherhood. Gain annex war goal against whoever owns Capitol Hill. Yep. Invite Honduras into our fold. That's actually kind of funny. We can make a claim on Honduras. Okay, what I want to do though, I kind of want to see what this does too, but we need to take the fate of our democracy and stuff. Because I'm wondering when can we fully become the United States? Oh, okay, here we go. So Nation Reborn will be reknown as United States of America. So we have to go through like all of this, which we got through mostly this side, so that's not too bad. But we still have to go through all of this side, which is kind of rough, honestly. I could get rid of some of our legitimacy here, gain all of that, because we will gain legitimacy from these too, I do believe. Yeah. No? Wait, what? Okay, so I think this one, excess legitimacy converted into base stability. Because we're not going to silence Congress or anything. We'll go to free elections and stuff, which is going to be rough because I don't know what's going to happen without Granite in power. I don't know if we have to fight to keep Granite in power, but it feels like that's impossible at this point. It really does. Okay, so the fate of our democracy will take... we're about 2.5 hours in. Honestly, at this point, I feel like we've made pretty... I wanted to attack the Sorrows before ending it, but that's still a little bit of a ways off. I'd say we've made some progress on like everything, but man, has this been rough. This has really been rough. I love that we have the Brotherhood in now. We were able to take in Helios 1. So that's something that's actually really, really great. I'm assuming that we could probably take in the Brotherhood at some point. I don't mind them, I guess, having that. I don't want to puppet a lot of people is my thing, especially like small areas like this. Like that's just, I don't know. I feel like it's a waste to puppet something like that when I could just like take it. Dude, the Oregon chapter, who do you guys like outside of, Caesar? Because look at this. Who do you guys think are going to be like the main... Oh, Standing Rock won? Or no, they're still fighting against them. Who do you think are going to be like the main end game factions? Because I think this is all map filler, so these guys aren't there. There's Raven Rock down here that's actually taking a lot of stuff. I'm wondering if they're going to take like all of this here, and then they can expand once they get a lot of stuff built. Standing Rock seems to be pretty big. If they beat the Montana chapter, that's going to be pretty crazy. And then the Oregon chapter, I'm already going to say, is definitely endgame. I don't know if this is an actual faction or not. Okay, this is an actual faction up here. But the Oregon chapter beat, like, the other Brotherhood and stuff, which is crazy. So they're definitely going to be like an endgame faction. The AI down, the angry chat GPT down here got taken out. But yeah, it looks like this is going to be... not many I'm gonna have to fight in the future to take over. Like, it's getting to the point where, like, we beat Caesar, we own a lot of territory. We beat Oregon, we own a lot of territory. Stuff like that. Like, there's still some around us that we have to clean up and take, but outside of that, dude, this is getting crazy. I do hope, you guys did enjoy this episode and are enjoying the series. If you do have any tips or tricks for me, please let me know down below. I am totally ears open for them. I usually try to read every comment. Sometimes YouTube's weird and it won't show some comments. I'll literally click on a video, go to the comment section, and there'll be a comment there. But then when I'm in YouTube Studio and go to new comments, there's no new comments. It's so weird sometimes on how that actually works. But like I said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Night Ops out.